Hello, hello, everyone. It's Debbie Chen with only the essentials just for you. We don't have time for fluff and stuff. Just the essentials, just the basics, just the most important topics and things of most importance to you. And that's what we're trying to the community that we are trying to create here today and onwards. Anyway, just really quick tonight, because I know a lot of you are getting ready for work for tomorrow morning, getting everything put together. Anyone feeling like a little crazy, a little harried, packing lunches, getting the clothes laid out? Anyone relate to that? Yeah, a little crazy, right? So my little quick tip for tonight is this pretty smelling oil that actually kind of took me on the whole journey with essential oils, and it's just your lovely, lovely lavender. There is a huge difference in lavender that you just buy from the store somewhere. It's really important when you're looking at oils that you know exactly where they're sourced from. Hey, Rhonda, good to see you. One of the best places in the world is from Bulgaria. It's also the best soil, the best environment, and so forth for all the best benefits for your lavender. Why lavender? Okay. Lavender is the oil of communication and calm. Anybody need a little bit of calmness? And at the same time, do you ever feel kind of stuck, like your thought gets kind of literally stuck in your throat? Hey, Eddie, good to see you. And like you just can't communicate. And this is why I felt that this might be a good topic for tonight, because you're getting ready for your work week. And does anyone out there feel like that, like you're just not being heard at work, or you just don't speak up? Or maybe you don't even feel like you know how to speak up and feel worthy enough to either go for that promotion or whatever that is. Hey, Marcia, good to see you. So the reason I'm bringing up the lavender oil, because one, it's going to calm your mind. Two, it also calms insecurities. And actually, I'll just show you this great resource that I have here. It's called, I know it's a little backwards, but it's Emotions and Essential Oils. And it's just really interesting. This kind of like was a whole game changer for me. So it's not just those little pretty smelling oils, but long story short was, when you're using your oil, so your lavender oil, you put a drop into your hand, can rub it together. Boy, this is a time when smell-o-vision would be great, right? So breathe it. See here, just breathe it in, breathe it in. You can take a little bit of the residue, rub it behind your neck. Maybe there might be a little bit left on your hands. Rub it on your pillow. And what it really helps to do is just calm your mind, really helps you to refocus, keeps you from actually, if you feel like you're holding back and you can't communicate, do the same thing like what we're showing we did, where we put one drop in our hand, rub it together, and actually place it down your throat. And I know this sounds really crazy, right? Okay, but too many of us have tried it and it's worked. So also the little bit of residue, that lavender, put a little drop on the tip of your tongue. And it literally loosens your tongue. And you start, as you're using this regularly, it starts to open those lines of communication where you can really start to, when you're being open and honest in your communication. Hey, Roxanne, good to see you. When you're opening your communication, guess what happens? When people really get to know you and know who you are. And when you're able to really communicate love and acceptance to others, guess what happens? All that goodness starts coming back to you, right? So it's not, again, not just that pretty smelling oil. There's a lot of power and goodness in those leaves and flowers that the oils derive from. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. So another thing too is, does anyone ever feel just kind of fearful or unsafe because of past experiences, and you just haven't been able to communicate that to even just deal with it, whether you're counseling with your pastor or your therapist or whatnot, and just to get that out? Again, the drop on the tip of the tongue, you can be breathing it in. You can also use a diffuser and put a couple drops of lavender oil in there as well, and that really helps to release your voice. And lastly, I thought this was really cool what it talks about too. Like we were talking about, when you're able to really communicate and to really share what you're thinking, then it also it really helps to build up your courageous spirit. So this is not a bunch of hoo-hoo, new agey, woo-doo, whatever. It's actually how essential oils work with our brains. There's a very strong connection between our emotions and our limbic system and our brain, and the oils help to facilitate that. So there's a lot. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'm hoping that you have a good rest, that your brain just calms and prepares itself for lots of goodness that's going to happen in your week this week, and that you are giving more of yourself and communicating more of yourself, because you are precious and you are worthy and you are valuable. And I just wanted to say that I love you guys. Thanks for joining, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.